Shalom Israel. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. Bahashem. Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. And a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David, you Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth and all faith and all sincereness. And a healthy shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. It's Zachariah coming at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, this be edifying. So I wanted to jump into this article real quick and touch on a couple topics because Lockdown 2.0 is on the horizon. Okay, I'll say it again. Lockdown 2.0 is on the horizon. We are getting ready to go into another lockdown, which is going to be more severe than the first one. Okay, and all the signs are evident. They're plain to be seen if you're looking. All right. So first off, I want to just jump into this article real quick. By protocol, it says Bill Gates predicts the worst part of the pandemic is coming. Gates said he's canceling his holiday plans as Big O causes surges. Bill Gates said he called off his holiday plans as the Big O variant ushers in what he predicts could be the worst part of the pandemic. He also predicted, however, that the current surge in Beetlejuice 9.1 cases could be over within months, and the pandemic itself may end next year if we take the right steps. Just when it seemed like life would return to normal, we could be entering the worst part of the pandemic, he tweeted on Tuesday. All right, so let's read that again. Just when it seemed like life would return to normal, we could be entering the worst part of the pandemic, he tweeted on Tuesday. All right, that's going to bring out the first precept. All right, this is our 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And have they not been promising you peace and safety since day one, since the start of this pandemic? Promising you that they have the answers to bring everything back to normal, to bring life back to the way it was. But yet, the mandates and things that they're putting in place, these lockdowns and all these things that come with the decisions that they're making, are causing the problem. Their solution is causing more problems than the actual pandemic would cause on its own. And you have to be blind to not see this. Okay? They're promising peace and safety, but yet everything that they're doing is causing more stress, more drama, more closing down of people's businesses, taking away their livelihood, their jobs through these mandates. And even now, we're getting ready to go into the second lockdown as things, or as people perceive things, were starting to be close to back to normal. No. This is going to be a never-ending pandemic because it's plain to see. I'm going to choose my words carefully. But things are never going back to normal. Okay? They're never going back to normal. A matter of fact, let's continue on in this article. It says, Just when it seemed like life would return to normal, we could be entering the worst part of the pandemic, he tweeted on Tuesday. Big O will hit home for all of us. Close friends of mine now have it, and I've canceled my holiday plans. In his thread, Gates said the Big O outbreak could be the worst so far in the pandemic because of how quickly it spreads. He urges people to wear masks, avoid large indoor crowds, and get the Beetlejuice 9-1 booster shot. Big O is spreading faster than any virus in history, he tweeted. It will soon be in every country worldwide, or Salakia, in every country in the world. Health professionals agree with Gates, saying the U.S. may see a record number of Beetlejuice 9-1 cases and hospitalizations as Big O circulates more quickly than other variants. Government officials are creating a website where people can order at-home virus tests and are working to send out hundreds of millions of tests. Okay? So, once again, they're letting you know, telling you to your face that this thing is spreading faster than any of the other variants. Okay, so now if it's spreading faster than all the other variants, and those other variants cause us to go into a lockdown, if this one is spreading worse, what do you think is going to happen? We're going to go into another lockdown. Okay, it's plain to see. And a matter of fact, let's look at look at this. Let's look at, a couple of these articles on the leagues that are on suspension or suspending games because of Beetlejuice 9-1 protocol. All right, so this is an article, NBC Sports, NHL to pause 2021 season from December 22nd through the 26th. All right, I'm going to play this little video real quick.
Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
Llevamos todo el año esperando para juntarnos. Que tengas unas felices y sanas fiestas de parte de Lexus.
Amid a rising number of COVID-19 cases and postponed games, the NHL decided to begin its holiday break a few days early by announcing that the season will be paused following Tuesday's two-game slate. The NHL is planning for its annual 3-day Christmas break beginning Friday, but with 11 teams having shut down and 49 games already postponed, it was in everyone's best interest to pause the season. Over 15% of the league's players were in COVID-19 protocol as of Monday. Only players who test negative will be allowed to enter team facilities beginning on Sunday. Games are scheduled to resume on Monday, December 27th. The NHL implemented stricter COVID-19 protocols this week for players and staff. The protocols, which teams experienced last season, include daily testing, masks worn inside team facilities at all times, limited interactions away from home, hotels, and rinks, and meetings to be held virtually.
Okay, so what do you say? Over 50% of players in the NHL are in the Beetlejuice 9-1 protocol. All right, so you see that it's affecting these leagues. It's affecting entertainment, just like when this thing first hit over here last year. All right, so that's the NHL. All right, let's go to the NBA. It says NBA players with Beetlejuice 9-1, full list team by team. All right, it says the NBA Christmas games will be played without Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, Trae Young. Okay, and all of these are high-profile players. Okay, in the league. Okay, it says except Davis, the rest of the NBA stars have entered the Beetlejuice 9-1 protocol and will not be able to participate with their teams in one of the most special dates of the year. All right, so let's go down, and it's going to give us a list of teams and players that are out because of the protocol. All right. Okay, you got Atlanta. Boston has about 6. Brooklyn Nets has a bunch of players. Charlotte, Chicago Bulls, Cleveland, Dallas, Golden State. All right, so they're showing you that this thing is spreading. Okay, and they're taking proper procedures. Okay, by holding these players out, and ultimately it's going to lead to canceling or suspending the league's seasons. All right. And you know, the NBA, they had the bubble set up, so they might go back into the bubble. But as for the NFL, I believe the NFL is on like week 16, 17. So they're probably going to get through the playoffs and the Super Bowl. You know, if I had to guess. But look at all these players, man. Look at this. Look at all the teams and the players. All right. And that's just in the NBA. All right. So we're going to go to the NFL, make it real quick. All right. So week 16. Yeah. So we're in week 16. So we're getting ready to be in the last week of the regular season of the NFL. So it says, let's see how many players. It says entering week 16 of the NFL season. Actually, the NFL has it's 17 weeks, but one of the weeks is a bye week. So they're getting ready to enter into the playoffs. Entering week 16 of the NFL season, there are currently 246 players on the Beetlejuice 9-1 reserve list, man. Look at this. Arizona Cardinals players. All right. Atlanta Falcons players. All right. Baltimore Ravens players. Look at this. It's almost a whole team. Buffalo Bills. Carolina Panthers. Chicago Bears. All right. So you can see what's coming. All right. It's plain to see. All right. And this next lockdown is going to be hard, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be severe. Because once we go into the second lockdown, we're not coming out of it real quick. This is going to be a long lockdown, and it's going to lead to unrest. It's going to lead to people going stir crazy. And the thing about it is, things are not going back to normal. Things are not going back to normal. Let's get a precept real quick. All right, this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe meaning destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. And these Edomites, okay, Esau, Edom, okay, these elites of the Edomites, Amalek, all right, are getting ready to come down with great wrath, okay, because they know that they have but a short time to establish their enterprise, okay, their great reset, their new world order, their digital currency. All right, getting everybody to receive that charagma, okay, that Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And once this second lockdown commences, man, they're gonna be rolling full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. Matter of fact, let me play this clip to show you that things are not going to go back to normal, to the way that you remember them. All right. Okay, so this is the Prime Minister, I believe, of Ireland, because they went on a curfew was imposed. But I want you to listen to what he says about things going back to normal, or the new normal, or what people consider the new normal is.
None of this is easy. We are all exhausted with COVID and the restrictions it requires. The twists and turns, the disappointments, and the frustrations take a heavy toll on everyone. But it is the reality that we are dealing with. We cannot wish it away, and there is no silver bullet to fix it. We talk about living with COVID, and some believe that this means just going back to how we did things before it arrived. It doesn't. It means understanding the disease, monitoring it, making changes when it changes, and doing whatever we need to protect people's lives, health, and livelihoods. The news this evening will be...
All right, did you hear what he said? Okay, he basically said that, you know, you people think that living with you know, with this Beetlejuice consists of going back to just regular everyday life, and this Beetlejuice 9-1 is just here. But life just goes, we just live life as normal, and we just, you know, live with the virus. No. They're going to put different type of protocols and different type of things in order. Okay? And one of them is the vaccine passports. You're not going to be able to enter a restaurant. You're not going to be able to enter certain places without proof. Okay? This is part of that great reset. Everybody having tabs on them. Everybody having to show proof to get into certain places. All right. This is going to become a regular part of life in this great reset. Okay. In this new world order. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. When you go into that word craft, it goes into treachery or deceit. Okay, so through his policy, through his mandates, all right, he's gonna cause deceit and treachery to prosper. Okay, because, you know, giving people, you know, a curfew, you know, like they're a child, you know, like they're 8 years old or something. All right, and telling people who wish to make a living as entrepreneurs, you know, through their small business, you know, establishments and ventures, telling them they have to close their doors. Okay, this is how he is causing craft to prosper. All right, through his policies, through his mandates. All right, through these unrighteous decrees. You know, plain and simple. So it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. Okay, the pride of his heart has deceived him, though. That's one thing he doesn't know. It says, and by peace shall destroy many. And by peace shall destroy many. All right? By peace. He's destroying many by telling, you know, people that everything that he's doing is in their best interest. As if people don't know what's best for themselves. Okay? And by peace shall he destroy many, man. I'm making you close down your small businesses to protect your own life. I'm trying to help you save your life. You know, this is the mindset that Esau, Edom, okay, these Edomites have. All right, these elites. So it's plain as day who the Lord, what nation he is talking about. So let's get another precept. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Woe, meaning destruction, unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Okay, so to them that are pushing these unrighteous mandates, these unrighteous policies and laws, destruction unto them. Okay, thus saith the Lord. And this destruction in which they're going to receive is going to manifest itself in a variety of ways. And one of those ways is by the people whom they put these unrighteous decrees on, turning on them, all right, being fed up with the unrighteous decrees, the unrighteous treatment, not being allowed to sustain their families, with substance. They lost their ability to work and support their families, okay, and do the things that they love, okay. So these people are going to get fed up, okay, and they are going to not regard their kings and princesses, okay. Matter of fact, let's get a quick clip, all right, and then we're going to go to 2nd Esdras. So let's get a quick clip, all right. So I'm going to play this real quick.
All right, Kim, what's on your radar this morning?
Well, we've been talking a lot here in the U.S. about vaccine mandates and hesitancy, but I want to show you what's been going on around the world that hasn't been getting any real coverage here in the States. In numerous countries, thousands upon thousands of people have been protesting vaccine mandates and passports. I want to show you some footage. Here in Italy, thousands of people have been protesting the country's Green Pass. The pass requires either proof of vaccination, a negative test within the past 48 hours, or proof of prior infection within the past 6 months. Now, this is for any and all international travel, indoor restaurants, theaters, and gyms. In early September, it was extended to long-distance train rides, buses and ferries, domestic flights, and parents entering schools. Now it's been extended to every single worker in the country of both private and public businesses. At times, the protesters have turned violent as they've stormed the headquarters of Italy's largest labor union. The protesters then headed towards the prime minister's office, where they were met with water cannons and tear gas. Nancy Pelosi actually happened to be in Rome visiting the country's leaders when chaos from the protests broke out. And the speaker and her husband actually had to be whisked from a church that they were visiting to safety.
2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? And you heard what she said, that they had to whisk Nancy Pelosi away to safety. All right. These people are upset, okay, because of these unrighteous decrees, and the course of their actions stand in their power, man. Okay. They don't care about the police. They don't care about these politicians. Okay. When it says kings nor princes, that's the people in charge, the people, that sit in high places, your politicians, your presidents, your mayors, your governors, okay? These people don't give a damn anymore, man. People can only take so much, all right? And that's, and more of this is going to come. It's going to progressively get worse and worse and worse, all right? Until all hell breaks loose. All right. So anyway, that's all I got. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel. Wa abad babal.